Culp, your publisher and CEO at CUInsight.com, and I'm bringing you a 3 questions video interview today with one of my favorite guests to have on. Joining me is the Executive Director at the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions, Mike Reuter. Thank you so much for joining, Mike. So good to have you.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks for having me.
Well, we are talking all about International Credit Union Day, which is coming up very soon. It snuck up on us this year, but Thursday, October 20th. So excited to talk about it with you. Could you share, just to kick us off, share some history for us on International Credit Union Day and what its significance really is for our international movement?
Yeah, absolutely. So International Credit Union Day was created by CUNA back in 1948 as a means to create a collective awareness of the international credit union movement. The listeners may not know that CUNA historically had an international division that would assist international peers, specifically countries that had a group of early credit union champions that wanted to start a credit union system within that respective country or continue to strengthen a particular credit union movement within a respective country. And as an extension of that work, CUNA decided to create kind of this collective holiday, awareness holiday around the great work transformational work that credit unions around the world do to support communities and their members.
That is great. I actually personally didn't know that, so I learned something every day. Love to hear about that. And this year, I know there's an Empower campaign for the International Credit Union Day. Can you tell us a little bit about what is the Empower campaign really aiming to do in conjunction with the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions?
Absolutely. So the World Council and CUNA annually collaborate on the vetting and the endorsement and the creation of the annual International Credit Union Day theme. And the core word within this year's theme is empower. Empowering members towards a brighter financial future, empowering credit unions towards a brighter financial future. And so we really wanted to leverage that term of empower here at the Worldwide Foundation to do 2 things. One is to, again, continue to create a greater awareness within our U.S. credit union community, credit unions, vendors, CUSOs, leagues, individuals, that there's an entire international credit union community out there that's doing amazing work. That yet are still facing significant barriers towards continuing to grow and continuing to provide a larger impact to members, existing members, member communities, and the underserved out there that don't wake up every day and have clear, direct access to financial services and financial educational tools. We're fostering an International Credit Union Day Empower campaign that helps to again, like I said, raise awareness, but also raise a little bit of funds, financial resources to assist the World Council in continuing to grow and expand credit unions worldwide.
That's amazing. I think the Empower campaign is so important, and I love that that's the word that you chose for this year. And can you give us a glimpse of maybe some of the stories that you've already collected from participating credit unions?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the 2 goals of our campaign, the first goal is to hopefully raise $500,000 from the U.S. credit union system to support ongoing credit union development projects and to continue to start new credit union development projects around the world. But then the second goal, equally as important, is to share out hopefully 100 stories of member empowerment.
Wow.
So we're hoping that every state in the United States will participate, whether it's a credit union or a CUSO or an individual will come forth and share with us at the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions an inspiring, passionate story of member empowerment, staff empowerment as well. Because it's, the people that serve our members, the staff that are working behind the scenes are just as important as the members themselves that we serve. So our goal is to hopefully raise about 100 stories from the movement. And a couple of those stories, there's a story from one of our partners, True Sky Credit Union, who's collaborating with us to execute the Empower campaign. That one of their members, Patty, has been a member for 20 years and really in the testimonial video really talks about how True Sky was the catalyst for her improving her quality of life through the financial education programming, the access to financial services. There's another member her name is Brittany from Valley Strong Credit Union in Bakersfield, California, who started her own mental health resource center. And unfortunately, that center closed during the pandemic, but she was able to get a grant to reopen it in 2021. And it was because of some of the business lending products that Valley Strong made her connected to. she was able to not just relaunch that business to support community, but also to sustain and to strengthen it from a financial strategy perspective. So just two domestic stories that, and examples of stories, quite candidly, that we're hoping to get from other credit union partners around the country.
Amazing. Well, I cannot wait to hear what all those stories are. We'll have to catch back up once you've got all 100 plus in after the campaign runs. Mike, it's been such a pleasure. I am curious, before we wrap up here, do you have any final thoughts for our audience or final asks of our listeners today?
Absolutely. And again, let me caveat. I know that credit unions were created to support their communities, to support their national movement. So I know that the need of credit unions, or the ask of credit unions to support local and domestic, is strong. With that being said, International Credit Union Day is the day out of the year that I would like to think that we all take a step back and we look globally. And so my hope is that each credit union, each CUSO, each league, each individual that's listening to this message will consider giving a little bit of their financial resources to help do the work that we do to grow credit unions around the world, to expand financial inclusion.
Mm.
And then to also, I really strongly encourage you to share a story as well. We'd love to create a cornucopia, if you will, of diverse credit union member empowerment, staff empowerment stories in conjunction with this year's 2022 International Credit Union Day theme of Empower.
Amazing. Well, what a perfect way to wrap up. And like you said, I think it's that metaphor we come back to, a rising tide lifts all boats. And so important to be supporting our international brothers and sisters in the credit union movement. Mike, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today. We're going to link to some contact information for you and your team. And then if there's a donate link for folks who are interested, we'll link to that as well here in the post. Don't forget, Thursday, October 20th, International Credit Union Day. So excited to celebrate and hear all of the stories from around the world. Mike, hopefully we'll get to see each other in person again soon. But in the meantime, thanks so much for being here and hope you take care.
Thanks, Lauren. Always an honor and a